Salesforce admin and development, and the other one is LWC. But we'll start with Salesforce admin first. Admin takes around 1 month, and development takes around 1 month, and LWC takes around 15 days. So the course would be 2 months to 2.5 months, based on everyone's availability and based on our feasibility. So that's how it is. The day one will start with Salesforce CRM and Salesforce platform fundamentals. So basically, the day one would be like a little theoretical, because we need to understand what exactly is Salesforce and what is Salesforce, and in and outs of the Salesforce, why Salesforce. We'll go through all this in detail today. From the day two, we'll have real-time training. We'll directly go to Salesforce org and see what we can do. Now let's start with Salesforce CRM and platform fundamentals. We'll have this topics in detail. We'll have introduction to cloud computing, what is CRM, customer relationship management, and why Salesforce, what is Salesforce. So we'll have this all in detail in today's session. Before that, like, do you guys, by any chance, are you guys aware of Salesforce? Like, at least basics, or like any idea on Salesforce, what it does, and anyone from the team? Hope you can hear me, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to check. By any chance, like, do you guys know Salesforce? Like, did you guys at least heard about Salesforce?
Yeah, we have heard about the Salesforce, but we don't know exactly what is Salesforce.
Okay.
The
Cool.
CRM, we know the basic like customer relation management,
Correct.
but we have not involved into this.
Yeah. So let's keep the session as interactive as we can. If you have any questions, you can pause me in the middle of the session. So now start with cloud computing. So Salesforce is basically a cloud computing concept. So we'll start from the beginning. What exactly is cloud computing? The cloud computing is like delivering the computer services, use like software, servers, and database over the internet. But basically, cloud computing is something which is on the fly. Like, we don't need to install anything in the local ecosystem and use the things. It can be accessed through the cloud just with an internet connection. So we don't need to install anything. So cloud computing is like electricity. You can build your own power stations, pay for what you consume. So basically, here, like in the cloud computing, whatever we use and whatever, let's suppose we used some 10 GB of storage, we only need to pay for that. We don't need to additionally pay for anything. Whatever we use, we need to pay that. So that's all about cloud computing. But if it is an on demand on premise app, we need to pay for it in one time. It's cloud computing is like an rental basis. Like, let's suppose we are renting in we are staying in an apartment for a rent. There, whatever we are using, we only pay for that. Will not pay for the whole apartment. So that's how it is. So 5 characteristics of cloud computing. On-demand self-service. When I say on-demand, it's like we can get the resources instantly whenever we need it. We can access through the cloud, and it's accessible from anywhere. We can access from phone, laptop, tablets, or whatever it is through the internet connection. That's all. We don't need to install anything in the local systems. And resource pooling, shared system services. Scale up quickly and matches measured. Pay only for what you use. So basically, we can pay only for what we use, not the whole system. So if you look at this cloud image, cloud visual representation. So this is the let's assume this is an Salesforce ecosystem, which is on the cloud, which is located on the cloud, and we can access this Salesforce through any premium, any device. Like we can access it from laptops, we can access it from mobile devices, and we can access it from tabs, whatever it is. We don't need to install, we don't need to build an application to use, we don't need to pay for whole application. We can directly access through internet. Are you good at cloud computing? Before I switch to cloud computing models, like, are you confused till cloud computing? Are we good? Respond at least. Hello.
Yeah, Bill.
So are we good? What exactly is cloud computing? In simple, cloud computing is something which can be accessed on the fly. No need of installing the applications inside the devices. Let's take an example of SAP applications, not SAP. Let's take an example of Gmail applications. We can access directly without installing the apps. Also, we can directly access it from web, and we can access it from anywhere. The Salesforce also behaves the same, but with the Salesforce we can build our own custom applications where Gmail won't allow. So cloud computing models. We have cloud computing is divided into 3 categories. Basically, when I say cloud computing, or it's like a Salesforce. One is infrastructure as a service, and the one is platform as a service. The other one is software as a service. Let's start from this. So software as a service. So in Salesforce or cloud computing, we'll have 3 categories. One is software as a service. Software as a service is like once we purchase the Salesforce, or once we rent the Salesforce with some storage, or with some specific storage, Salesforce will give an defined software, one pre-built software or framework. We can use that framework to build our to customize the applications, to like to make the automations or whatever it is. So software as a service, Salesforce, it's also called as Salesforce CRM, customer relationship management. So Salesforce will give you an software whenever we have the software as a service. With that software, we can automate the things. We can do some automations. We can do send email notifications. And also, along with this Salesforce CRM, we also have other cloud services like Gmail, Microsoft 365. They can be accessed through web browser. So this is software. The next one is platform as a service. When I say platform as a service, so they will give an defined software, so that we should use the software. Let's suppose in the Salesforce we'll have softwares like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud. But I want to build a banking application. I want to build a healthcare application, health insurance application. So for that thing, it's not possible with software as a service. Whatever they give, we can use with software as a service. But if you want to extend that functionality, we want to build our own custom applications, own custom things, then platform as a service comes into picture. So with the help of Salesforce platform, we can get a platform for developers to build, test, and deploy applications without managing infrastructure. So consider an example. We are into Gmail. So Gmail is something as software as a service. In the Gmail, can we build any applications? No, right? We can only use the Gmail application, and whatever they give, whatever the Google gives, we can only use that. We can't extend that Gmail and build our own custom applications. But in the Salesforce ecosystem, we'll have feasibility from beginning to end. Like we can use the existing software, in this existing software, we have softwares like sales, services, marketing. But if you want to build a banking application or whatever it is, then we should use platform as a service as a component. So this is about platform as a service. And also Salesforce provides infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure is something like a server. In simple terms, it's a server, like Amazon, EC, like they have Salesforce as a server in place. Like we can access that server without maintenance or whatever it is. When it comes to other applications on premise applications, at first we need to purchase the application, and for server we need to go for third party systems like GoDaddy, Hostinger. By any chance you guys heard about servers, right? Hostinger, GoDaddy, these all are the third party servers. If you build any Android application or like web application without the Salesforce, we need to make our application to be installed into the server so that general audience can access them. But in order when it comes to Salesforce, all will be managed by the Salesforce. We don't need to maintain any server, we don't need to maintain any platform. And once we get the license and once we purchase the Salesforce, we'll have these three components in place. And these three components are most important to understand. So are we good at these three components? Respond, at least if you did not understand. I'll repeat this again. I know it might be difficult for the first time to understand.
Akhil, just explain it again.
Okay, cool. So I'll explain in simple terms. Salesforce is divided into three components: software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. When I say software as a service, assume Salesforce has given a software, a sales software, which can be used for sales applications. But we are into a company where we want to build a banking application. So how it gonna possible with sales application? We can't do that, right?
Yes.
So software will not work in this case. We need to use some custom platform, and that custom platform is called as Salesforce platform. With this custom platform, we can build our own applications. Let's suppose our organization is using the banking application or healthcare application. We can build our own any type of applications, and we can automate that applications with platform as a service. So this is about platform as a service. And infrastructure is something like a server. Whatever we build an application, that is automatically stored in the server, Salesforce servers. We don't need to go for third party servers, and we don't need to install any third party servers or whatever it is. We are accessing the applications, few applications like Gmail or whatever the applications are, and they are located in third party servers, not their own servers. But when it comes to Salesforce, Salesforce will have its own server, which is called infrastructure as a service. We don't need to if you go for third party servers, there might be some communication gap. We might sometimes the server might get down, and we need to reach out to them. If you build an application, we need to reach out to them. So these all would happen. But in case of Salesforce, we don't need to worry about the server. They'll have their they'll provide 24/7 service for the servers, and if there are any maintenance, they'll also list out that maintenance. So they'll have the backup of the servers as well for any failures or for any data issues, everything. So this is all about these three components. Now we'll see what is CRM. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. So basically, it's both a strategy and software system that helps manage. Let's forget why CRM matters. CRMs are the heart of CRM keeps all the customer information in one place. So CRM is something like let's suppose we have an health insurance application or health insurance component. With whatever the customers we have for our application or for our organization, we'll maintain everything. Like we'll maintain the from scratch end to end relation with that customer, like maintaining the customer data and like maintaining their policies timeline, maintaining their policy expirations, maintaining this policy start dates. We can do all those things with the help of CRM. It's like a relation, like how we are making the relation, how we are bonding the relation with the customer. That's what CX builds stronger relationships, improves customer satisfaction, and grow revenue. Core functionalities of CRM. So CRM, as I said, right? As I said, you right. Salesforce CRM has these applications. Let's assume this as an application. That's all. Sales application, service, marketing, analytics. So with the help of sales applications, we can track the sales. We can track the sales and opportunities and how many sales we had, like how much revenue we got from the customer. We can track this with the help of sales and service application. Let's suppose we have a insurance application, health insurance application, and that was live, and we are maintaining good relation with the customer, and
I think Akhil have dropped off from the call.
sorry guys, I could have dropped to some reasons. Let me share my screen again. Till where like you guys heard me? Did you guys listen about CRM?
You just started about this CRM and the call dropped, Akhil.
Okay, cool. So CRM, you got it right. Like it's about maintaining the healthy relationship with the customer, uh, automating the customer with 360 degrees, and like maintaining the 360 degrees of the customer from starting to end, from purchasing the product till getting the service and all these things. So the core functionalities of CRM is, let's assume let's suppose we built a UPI payment app with the Salesforce, and like the product is thoroughly tested from our end, and it's into live. But how the audience should know, how the general public, how should we take that application to the general public, all around that? For that we need marketing, right? Whatever offline or online marketing, whatever the product we built and whatever the product we had, in order to make that product to reach out to general public, we need marketing, right? So for that we have a marketing cloud in Salesforce. It starts with marketing cloud first. Salesforce starts with marketing cloud. With the help of marketing cloud, we'll conduct some campaigns. Campaigns are like hertz are like offline marketing or using the social media marketing. We'll use the marketing feature in the Salesforce to to market our application, to promote our application. And once the marketing is done, let's suppose like we have an application, and let's suppose Shiva, once we had a marketing and Shiva liked our insurance application or banking application, UPI payment application, and he showed some interest on the application. I would like to use this. Then we'll get the details of that details of the candidate. He has shown some interest in the application using, so we'll get the details of that candidate. And our and with the help of sales team, our sales guys, whatever we see in the real time, in the general world, they'll get our details, and they will reach out to us saying, do you need personal loan, like do you interested in so and so, all these things. So that part is called sales cloud. Marketing is done. We got leads are something like who shown interest in the application, and once that lead is and our sales team will reach out to those leads saying, I see you are interested in this UPI payment application. By any chance do you want to use this application? Our sales team will reach out to them saying these details. Then if the lead Shiva, let's suppose Shiva is a lead, if he is interested into the product, then we'll convert that lead into a customer, our customer. We have an application, and the people who are using our application are called customers. So we'll convert him into a customer. At the moment when the lead is converted into customer, we'll generate data for the lead with three rows. One is called account, contact, opportunity. This part we'll discuss in detail. Sales marketing cloud. Yeah, Salesforce one central database for all. Imagine to see their purchase histories. So this all. Are we good at this three clouds? Let's forget about this analytics. Are we good at these three clouds? It starts with marketing. Whenever our product is ready, we'll market it, and we'll market it through offline, online, or whatever it is. If any of the customer has shown interest in our product, we'll mark him as lead. In the Salesforce, we'll have lead data created for him, and our sales team will reach out to the lead saying, looks like you are interested in this product, you wanted to use our product. If he shows interest and if he's okay to use our product, then he'll become a customer. And once he became a customer, if he see any issues, like if he is facing any issues with the product payment app, like he's not able to do transactions, then the service cloud comes into picture. So it's all about sales service marketing. So why Salesforce? The first reason Salesforce, why do we need Salesforce, is an first on-demand cloud application, and still today also it's being the same. Like it helps managers sales, service, marketing, and analytics in one place. So this is on Salesforce. It's a world #1 CRM. With the help of Salesforce, we can manage everything. See, we can manage we can do the marketing with the help of Salesforce. Once our product is ready, we can do the marketing. And if any of the customer has shown interest in our product, we'll generate a lead for we'll treat him as lead in the Salesforce, and for our sales team will follow up with him. And once the customer has to be part of our product and he wants to use that our product, then he'll have some data in the Salesforce, like account, contact, and opportunity. These all data will be created for him. And once the customer sees any issues with the Salesforce, then Service Cloud comes into picture. With the help of Service Cloud, the customer can raise the cases. How we do in real time, how we do in general world. If we see any issues with any application, we'll come up with the cases, right? We'll reach out to customer support team through online or through cases or whatever it is. And here analytics is like we can maintain the customer data, data, like maintaining the how many customers we got, and how we can all maintain the analytics of the customer with the help of analytics. So why choose Salesforce? It holds in a large market share of when it comes to share, it has 24%, and no installation, accessible anywhere with the internet. In simple, Salesforce is something which can be accessed over internet, and we'll have these clouds. Easy to customize, point and click setup or coding with Apex and LWC. Click and we can also the biggest advantage of the Salesforce is we can build an application, total custom application with zero code, with the help of admin also. If you go to most of the cases, it's not possible, and that too it's an cloud application. Salesforce has App Exchange Marketplace, where we'll have not only we can build our applications. Salesforce has App Exchange, like App Store, Play Store. In the mobile world, they'll have App Exchange. In that, they'll have a lot of apps. We can install those apps by purchasing them to extend our functionality. Salesforce also has this AI Einstein predictions, like it's been implemented into the Salesforce. With the help of this, we can predict the customer sales. We can predict how the customer activities, sales, etc., etc. And other thing is Salesforce. The major thing is, like, for every 3 to 4 months, Salesforce will have a release, because in order to sustain in the current market, we should like improve day by day, every day. When it comes to everyone, like, we should upgrade ourselves day by day. So in the same way, Salesforce, so in order to be on the top, cloud CRM, in order to compete with other CRMs, cloud CRMs, Salesforce works every day on the releases. For every 4 months, we'll have a release, 3 to 4 months, which is called spring, summer, winter. So spring starts now. Spring starts first, and summer and winter. These 3 releases. In every release, Salesforce will provide some new functionalities, enhancing the functionalities, and providing some new functionalities, and making the developers and at the same time business to make things work easily. They'll automate those things. And scalable, like Salesforce can work for small organizations as well as large organizations as well. Example, a sales rep can log into Salesforce from their phone, check customer details, update opportunities, and even send codes. As I said, Salesforce can be accessed from anywhere, from the mobile phone also. They can look into their customer data, and they can even convert their leads to customers. Whatever they can do as a business, they can do with the help of mobile phones as well. So this is all about business things. So Salesforce CRM lifecycle. The CRM lifecycle is a new Salesforce from Salesforce provides tools. So as I said you right earlier, the marketing cloud. Once our product is ready, we'll do some marketing, offline marketing or online marketing with the help of marketing cloud in the Salesforce. And once any of the customer has shown interest in our product, so he will be considered as a lead in Salesforce. He'll be considered this flow should all, you guys all should know this flow. He'll be considered as a lead, and in within this things, before like getting the opportunity account, we'll have a sales cloud here. The sales cloud, marketing cloud is done. Now sales cloud, say in the sales cloud, the sales team will reach out to the lead saying, looks like you are interested in the product, do you want to purchase our product, whatever the product is, healthcare, payment, e-commerce application, whatever it is. Once the candidate, once the lead shown interest in our product, then lead shown interest and he want to purchase our product, then in the Salesforce, for maintaining that customer, for like for maintaining that customer, we'll have the customer data in the form of two to three rows in the Salesforce. Two to three records are rows. One is account is something like an we'll discuss here. Account, opportunity, case. So lead, a person or company that shows interest in our product. Example, someone fills out a form on our website. Are we good like what exactly is the lead in Salesforce? Any confusion? I know it would be little theoretical in day one, but it's important to understand this vocabulary in the Salesforce, terminology in Salesforce. Can someone answer what exactly is the lead in Salesforce? Hope you can hear me. Hello.
Yeah, bro, we can hear you.
Okay. So, can someone answer what exactly is the lead in Salesforce?
Who shows interest in our product?
Correct. Yeah, that's what. Try to be interactive. So, we'll iterate again. I built an payment application or e-commerce application. So, after building the application, we'll not get the customers directly, right? Building the application, staying idle, will not get the customers. We should market that application. We should do some marketing with to make that application available to general public or reach out to general public. And that marketing is also can be done with the help of Salesforce, which is called marketing cloud in Salesforce. With the help of that marketing cloud, we can do marketing of our application, like making that application making that application available on the websites, other websites, and ads, showing the ads, and having the forms, integrating the forms into the websites. It comes when it comes to online marketing. And once any of the, let's suppose I made an e-commerce application and integrate and added that form in an Gmail application. At the top right side or whatever it is, I added an ad saying e-commerce application, and e-commerce application. I'll add some features with that application, and let's suppose any of one has seen that ad and looks like they were interested in that application. They found it little interesting when it comes to budget or when it comes to features. Then simply they'll click on that form and they will submit the form. They just showed interest, and that person is called lead in Salesforce. That person is called lead in Salesforce. A person or company that shows interest in our product. Someone fills out the form on the website. Simple. And once we got the lead in Salesforce, till that marketing cloud is done. Marketing cloud is something we'll market our application with help of campaigns and we'll get the leads. Till that marketing cloud is done. Now we are into sales cloud. The next part is sales cloud. From the sales cloud, we'll see in the real world. The sales team will reach out to that candidates, that lead, saying, "Looks like you were interested in this product. So do you want to use our product?" They'll have some conversation with that, and let's suppose that lead is interested in our product. Then in that case, we'll generate some data for that customer, for that lead, and we'll convert that lead into an real customer in the Salesforce. Once we convert that lead, we'll have data for that customer. One is called account and opportunity. So account is something like the company or organization you do business with. Let's suppose I built an application and any ABC company has shown interest in that application. Then that all information, the company information, would reside inside the account data in the Salesforce. So now we are into sales cloud, account data into the Salesforce. Example, ABC Corp becomes an account in Salesforce. Next, opportunity. Opportunity is like a potential deal or sale with that account, with that company or with that business, with that individual person or with that company. Whatever the revenue we get, whatever the deal we agreed to with that customer, for all that data, we'll have a opportunity. And till this sales cloud is done. One is marketing cloud and sales cloud is done. And the next is service. We build our customers are using our application, but what if they see any issues with the application? They can't stay quiet, right? We should provide some ways to help them through virtual support, through voice call support, through chat support, whatever we see in the real time. For that support, we'll have service cloud in place in Salesforce. In the service cloud, we'll have cases. We'll have case data, a customer service request or issue. If the customer has any issue or any request or general inquiry, they can use the service cloud in Salesforce to raise the case or to reach out to the customer support team. Example, customer reports a problem with the product. If they have any problem with the product, they can use the service cloud. So I'll stop here. Can anyone say how many clouds we discussed till now? If you guys are not following, pause me. I can reiterate that again. Just think this is an real world scenario. If we have a product built in, how do we make that product available to general public? How do we get the customers?
By marketing.
Correct. Marketing. So for that, what we have in Salesforce? Marketing cloud.
Salesforce marketing.
Marketing cloud. Marketing cloud.
Yeah.
And once that marketing is done, we'll get the customers, right?
Yes.
Marketing. For that we have sales cloud.
Sales.
Marketing cloud, sales cloud. And once the customer sees any issues with the product, we also need to provide an option, right?
Service
Cloud. That's all simple. Think in a real world example. Marketing, sales, service. With the help of
first one is
marketing, we'll get the. That's all. Yeah, simple. These terminology we'll get to understand going forward. But just understand marketing, sales, service.
service.
Lead comes under marketing cloud, account opportunity comes under sales, case comes under service cloud. Salesforce executive flows and so here we'll discuss some real-time banking application, and we'll see from the starting to end. Let's suppose this is a banking application, marketing cloud, sales cloud. So lead generation. A bank runs a digital campaign for home loans. Let's suppose let's take a bank, HDFC Bank or whatever it is. With the help, they are using they are using our Salesforce ecosystem to do their business. So what at first what it starts the marketing cloud, right? So HDFC Bank are using the Salesforce marketing cloud feature, and they will run a digital campaign for home loans. Digital campaigns are like having the ads on the other websites and doing the search engine optimizations, and like integrating some forms on the other websites or whatever it is, the digital marketing. Like HDFC Bank has done some digital marketing with the help of Salesforce Marketing Cloud for the home loans. This is about marketing and lead qualification and conversion. Bank runs a digital. So lead qualification, the bank checks if the lead is genuine and eligible. So let's suppose I being an Akhil, I showed interest in the home loan, stating it as 6.75% interest at the home loan. So I'll get attracted to it, and I'll fill the form because it looks attractive for me. I'm getting the home loan interest at very reasonable rate. So I'll fill the form. The qualified leads are converted into account, contact, and opportunity, whatever we discussed. So once we got the lead, till this marketing cloud is done. Now the sales cloud will come into picture. So whatever in the sales cloud, we'll have sales team. In the bank, let's take the same HDFC Bank. If you showed interest in the home loan, we'll get calls from customer support, right? Sir, looks like you submitted the form here. Looks like you showed interest in this ad. So we reached out to you. Like, would you like to take the home loan? They'll the sales team will reach out to us. This all we'll see in the real world. The sales team will reach out to us saying the customer. If the customer shows interest, yeah, I would like to take the home loan from HDFC Bank. I'm interested in this. So then immediately the sales team will convert that lead, because he is no more a lead. The lead is something who is just shown interest, but customer is something who are part of our business. Then immediately the lead will no more be a lead. He will be converted into a customer. When we convert that into customer, we'll have three datas for that lead. One is account. As I said, account maintains the company information. Let's suppose I own a ABC company. I want to take home loan. I want to take a loan, business loan for my company. Then my company details would be part of account data. My company details would be part of account data. And contact. And we also have contact. Contact is something like the concerned persons in the company. Let's suppose I being an CEO in the company, and under me I'll have XYZ managers who will take all these things, like who will take responsibility of all these things. They will be the contacts in the company. And opportunity is something like whatever the revenue we get from the customer. Our application, whatever the revenue we get from the customer, will maintain that as an opportunity. So till that, sales cloud is done. Marketing is done. We got the lead and we converted that lead into customer. The sales cloud process is done. But what if we got the issue in the product? Let's suppose At first I was said I'll be charging 6.75% interest on the home loan. Then later on, when I check my statements, I see I was charged more than that. So I need to reach out to the bank, right? We need to have some service functionality in our application. So for that, we'll have Service Cloud. Simple. That's all. Customer acquisition. This is done. Till this we are good. Are we good? Okay. So Salesforce offers multi-tenant architecture, not a single architecture. Like it offers multi-tenant architecture. Means like one big system is shared by many companies, but each company's data is kept separate and secure. Think of it like as an apartment building. Many people live in the same building, but each has their own locked apartment. So basically, Salesforce will not have one defined server for every customer because it becomes huge and huge. So instead of that, they brought this multi-tenant architecture. In the same server, they will have blocks, same as what we discussed in an apartment. In the same server, we will have blocks, and these blocks will be the servers for every individual. Shared platform, separated data. How Salesforce uses. All customers called orgs use the so Salesforce is called org in real time. Whenever we are like working or whenever we are doing jobs, whatever it is, we should call Salesforce org. Salesforce are called orgs in real time. Can I get your org sense? Like this. Salesforce uses the same. Each org has its own data, customization, and apps, but they all run on same infrastructure. So benefits of this multi-tenant architecture: cost effective, shared resources reduce cost. Because see, let's take this an apartment. If we don't have that rental facility, then we need to pay for whole apartment. If you want to stay, we need to pay for whole apartment. If we don't have that rental availability. In the same way, if there is only one single server allocated for every customer, then they need to pay in huge amount for that server. Instead of that, in that server, they'll have some blocks of small servers or whatever it is, blocks of servers. With that blocks, and each block is allocated to each customer, and this is not accessible within the other blocks, and it's confidential and scalable, easy to add more users or features, automatic upgrade. Salesforce upgrades the platform for everyone at once. As I said, you right, Salesforce will have 3 releases in every year. Zero time downtime. Upgrade happens without interrupting the business. So with this just because of this multi-tenant architecture, Salesforce will have some limits on the accessing the servers, because let's suppose this server 100%, this is called 100%, there is a server. In that server we have 10 GB of memory, and if you don't put limits on that server, only a single customer will access all the 10 GB of data. Are you getting me? This is a server. In that server we have a cloud storage of 10 GB. If you don't put limitations on that server, any customer will access this server with all the capacity. So for that, Salesforce put some limits for each block. If the server has 10 GB and if we have 5 blocks, for each block, for each small server, we'll only allocate 2 GB of data. If the customer is trying to access the data more than that 2 GB, Salesforce will hit some limits, which are called governor limits. We'll discuss detail on this. We can see the example. See, bank A and B both use same Salesforce servers. They use the shared platform, but bank A cannot see bank B data. As I said, this is confidential. When Salesforce releases a new feature, both banks will automatically get updates with no extra effort, and these updates are happening in the background. Are we good at multi-tenant architecture? Respond, guys. Are we good at multi-tenant architecture? Hello?
Yeah, bro.
So what did you got from this multi-tenant architecture? Whatever you just look at these examples and say whatever you got. Even if you don't get anything also, that's fine. We'll repeat it again.
It maintains the multi organizations data and it keeps some limit to the every organization.
Correct. In a single server, it will have multiple servers, small servers, and for every small
For every server,
server,
they keep
correct.
some limit of data.
Correct. That's all. Look at this. Just look at this example. Apartment. In that apartment, we'll have blocks. Let's suppose I being an Akhil, I'll locate in the ground floor, and Manoj locates in the third floor. They'll have their own space, and they'll also have some limitations, right? They can't stay in the ground floor. So in the same way, this is server concept is also in the same way. So we discussed multi-tenant architecture. Now, when now comes to Salesforce editions. Salesforce offers different versions called editions to fit the need of small, medium, large business. They'll have, based on our budget, based on our resource availability, based on our business, they'll come up with editions. If it is a small business, they'll come up with some basic editions. If it is large business, they'll come up with some different editions. So each edition has different features, limits, and pricing. Essential edition. So this is the starting point. Best for small business, simple set of basic sales service tools, affordable pricing. And in this essential edition, I think we'll have only sales CRM, Salesforce CRM, not the platform. Professional edition. The professional edition add more CRM features suitable for growing companies, includes reports and automations. This is a professional edition. And enterprise edition. Advanced customizations and automation supports complex business process, widely used by medium to large companies. And unlimited edition. So in the real time, most 99% of the companies go for unlimited edition. Whatever we see in the Windows editions, right? Professional edition will have the editions in Windows software also. In the same way, based on the customer needs, based on the customer business type, based on the customer budget, Salesforce has come up with some editions. So most of the times we'll go with unlimited editions only. Full access in this unlimited edition will have SaaS, PWAS, infrastructure as a service. And developer edition is something like, let's suppose I want to explore on Salesforce. I can't purchase the Salesforce and do that, right? For that, Salesforce will give an free developer edition. With that, we can explore the Salesforce and we can build some applications. There will be some limitations, but we can build the applications and see how it's gonna work. If we are really interested in that, it's like a lead. Whatever we are as a lead for the Salesforce. We'll use that, and once we like that, we'll purchase the application. Whatever for any applications, we'll have trial periods, right? In the same way, Salesforce also has that. Includes most this developer edition is like it's a lifetime free one, but it has data limit on the server. Now talk about Salesforce environments. So Salesforce environment. Salesforce environment is like a workspace where you run, test, or learn Salesforce. Different environments are used for. Those are editions now. These are environments. Different environments are used for live business, safe testing, or developer practice. Okay. Sandbox. Okay. So production org. So for this Salesforce, we'll have various orgs. Production org. Production org is something like the real environment where our actual business data lives in. Used by sales, service, marketing must always stay stable and secure. Let's consider we built an application, health insurance application, and that was live, and that live data will stay in production org. We built an application using the Salesforce, and that was live, and that live data will stay in production org. Let's suppose I want to enhance that functionality. I want to add some new insurance product to that to our health insurance application. If we do that directly in the production org, if we do development directly in the production org, we might see some complications, right? We might see some exceptions, code issues. We might interrupt the real business users. So we should not do that. For that, Salesforce has brought up a concept called sandboxes. You got it? You got this? So we can't do directly anything in the production. If you want to do any enhancements, if you want to enhance the functionality, if you want to add some new product in our insurance application, insurance product, we'll first do in the sandboxes, not in the production org. Sandboxes are like testing environment. A copy of production used for safe testing. So in the sandboxes, we'll have various types of sandboxes. Developer sandbox. Developer sandbox is something which we developers use for coding and small unit tests. If you want to enhance any functionality within our application, insurance application, if you want to add new product in our application, if you want to automate the insurance application, whatever that is, we will do as part of developer sandbox. The code and unit testing and using the admins will do using the admin configuration we'll do in the developer sandbox. This is most important to understand in the real time, the sandbox concept. Please listen carefully. So and the other one is developer pro sandbox. Excuse me. Larger storage than developer sandbox, good for testing apps. So consider this as a testing sandbox. Let me reiterate in a way. Let's suppose we had an insurance application and we added some new product into that application, which is done by the developer in the developer sandbox. If the developer is done, and if we can't directly move it to production, right? Am I making sense here? Like if the development is done, we can't directly move it to production, right? For every product, whatever it is, we need to do thorough testing before we give the application to real world people. If we don't do that, we'll see the issue. The real world people or like real users, they'll see the issues with the application. So because of that, there would be a downfall of the company. So for that, once the development for any enhancement which is done in the developer sandbox, and that enhancement is migrated to developer pro sandbox or QA sandbox. Simple development, QA. Once the development is done, the QA will test the development. QA will test that functionality. If we added some additional functionality, the testing should be done thoroughly in the other sandbox. We'll use that other sandbox. It's called developer pro sandbox or QA sandbox. It's the QA team will use. Developers will do the development in developer sandbox. QA will do the testing of that development in QA sandbox. And the other one is partial copy sandbox. Partial copy sandbox is like contains a sample of production data for realistic testing. The partial copy sandbox is also called as like UAT sandbox. It has the production data, everything. Let's suppose we enhanced a functionality. The developer has done some enhancements and it's being thoroughly tested. And from that developers of Pro Sandbox, it has been migrated to partial copy sandbox. In the partial copy sandbox, our customers, our insurance customers, like we have a customer saying Mono Shiva, they will test their application. They will test their own application. We have built an application for them, and they will test their own application in the UI if it is working as expected, and that is done in the partial copy sandbox. In full copy sandbox, complete copy of production for full testing. This is like it's just a replication of production sandbox. We'll have all the data, whatever the data reside in production, we'll have the data in full copy sandbox. Expect always test in sandbox before moving the changes to production. Developer of free environment for learning and practice. Keeps live business data safe, follows testing database, gives developers and learners. Okay. So are we good at this sandboxes concept? It's so important to understand, because in the real time we'll only use the sandboxes. We'll not even have the access to production. We'll not do anything directly in the production. Are we good at this concept? Answer me, guys. Are we good?
Yeah, bro.
What you got from this sandbox concept? Like, just iterate in a single statement. Maybe. So simple. Production org is something all our real data resides in. If you want to do some enhancements, we have an application. Let's suppose we have, we have an insurance application, and we want to add some extra functionalities to the application by saying like if the insurance is going to end for the customer, we want to send an email for the customer by saying your policy going to expire. Please renew it. For that, we need to do some development, and if we do the development directly in the production, if something fails, it's gonna impact the whole functionality, right? It's gonna impact the functionality which is existing inside our application. So we never do that. We'll use sandboxes in the Salesforce to do that. That email functionality, email enhancement, we'll do that in various levels. Before going to production, we'll have 4 to 5 layers. Even a small piece of functionality also, it should be thoroughly tested before moving into production. For that, we'll have developer sandbox. Developer will do development. Developers Pro Sandbox or QA sandbox, where the QA will do testing, and the partial copy sandbox is something the real world users will do. Full copy sandbox is an clone copy of the production org. This all will have. It's all about sandboxes. Okay, let's Salesforce development lifecycle. So this is like general development lifecycle. Whatever we do, if you want to like start from scratch to end, you need to gather the requirements, write the stories, appointment reminders. Let's take this an example. We are at a good place. So let's suppose we have built an healthcare application where the hospital wants appointment reminders. Okay, we got a enhancement for our project. We are like working on the health cloud project, and we got a enhancement where the hospital wants appointment reminders. So for that, we can't directly go in the production org and do that change. Can we do that?
No.
Why?
First we have to plan, then we have to
We have to use the sandbox feature. Yeah.
sandbox.
If we do directly in the production, the existing functionality would also get impacted. The users might not even access the hospital functionality. Not sure, right? We are not 100% sure that our development is perfect. So we'll do that development in developer sandbox or scratch or developer editions. Example, create some automation for SMS reminder. And once development is done, we'll migrate the changes to developers of Pro Sandbox or QA Sandbox. The QA team will test that enhancement, like appointment reminders enhancement. And once that is done, and it's again moved to partial copy sandbox. In that partial copy sandbox, the real world customers, for our hospital application or health application, who are the customers, they will test that application. And once that everything is done, they'll again once that everything is done, then the developers are intended to move the functionality to production, move the code to production, plan and unit testing, nuclear sandbox. For all these things, we'll have some migration tools. Like if you want to move from one sandbox to sandbox, we'll use GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLabs, etc. etc. Metadata, Salesforce is a metadata. So Salesforce is a metadata driven approach. Like it's like metadata is something like data about the data. I think we can know this. So as I said, you right, Salesforce has two components. One is admin and development. Admin is a point and click actions. Like admins can create, build and custom application. They can even whatever the requirement which we discussed now, reminders application. These all can be done with the help of with the knowledge of admin only, without writing the code. So that is the biggest advantage of the Salesforce. If someone who wants to come from non-IT background into Salesforce, they can at least survive to some extent with the help of admin. 40% they can survive. They can build the automation. They can build the project with the help of admin knowledge without writing even a single line of code. In some cases, it is not possible with admin. Then developers will add some custom logic using the code. For that we'll have some programming languages. Whatever the other programming language we have, Java, JavaScript, etc. In Salesforce, we'll have Apex as a server-side knowledge and LWC as a front-side knowledge, front-end code. Both the approaches will have metadata. So you can build applications quickly with clicks. See, in the Salesforce, we can build applications with clicking actions, point and click actions. Flexibility. Simple example: an admins can add a new field called loan type for the opportunity. As we discussed the earlier example, right? The home loan product. In that opportunity on the customer revenue type, we can add the loan type. Loan type saying it's a home loan, it's a personal loan, it's a two-wheeler loan, it's a four-wheeler loan. These things can be done by the admins. They don't need to. We don't need to know about the code. We don't need to know write single line of code to add these things. This field is stored as metadata. So in Salesforce, we should be flexible as an admin and developer. Admin is no code. Developers, we as a developer should write code. 40% of the development is done with the help of admins only, with no code in Salesforce. For that, we all need to understand these basic concepts. app exchange overview. As I said, you app exchange, right? Salesforce will have a app store or Play Store where we can download the applications and enhance our functionality. It's a marketplace for apps, components, browser categories, sales, services. Install a free app to extend. Something about this releases. With these releases, we'll end today's session. I know it's a little overwhelming, but you should understand these basic concepts. Okay, Salesforce release cycle. Salesforce releases 3 releases every year. Spring release, summer release, winter release. As I said, you right. In order to sustain in the today's market, we need to upgrade ourselves day by day. So Salesforce will work every day on their enhancements. We are using Salesforce, but Salesforce is building an environment where the users of the Salesforce, the developers of the Salesforce, or the admins of the Salesforce, they can do their development very easily. So they'll work on releases. Spring, summer, winter. 3 releases we'll have. Salesforce release. In the each release, we'll have previous sandboxes, upgraded before production, early access to new features, valid customers. So whenever every release is done, we'll have some preview sandboxes to test the functionalities. We can use the preview sandboxes, early access to new features. Functional testing. Non-preview mentioned current production release, use for stable regression testing, reflects existing behavior. This matters. Review and that. Okay. But in short, remember, Salesforce will have 3 releases every year. We need to, sometimes we might get a stories in the real time by saying, could you please collect what all the features which we got in spring 2026 release, or summer 2026 release, or winter 2027 release. So for that, we need to find out the release documents. So this is all about release. So in order to find the releases information, we need to search for Salesforce spring 2026 release notes. So now we are into 2026 spring, because first spring starts spring, summer, winter. So we'll have this release notes. We might get a stories to collect what all features we have as part of spring 2026 release. So we should be aware of this release documents. Every time once the release is done, we should go through these documents and see what all things has been enhanced. So when it comes to deployment, when it comes to development, what new functionalities has been done. When it comes to Apex, when it comes to admin, all things will be detailed here. And apart from this, I would like to show another thing in real time. As I said, your servers, right? In the Salesforce, in order to see the server information, we'll have a common website called status.salesforce.com. Status.salesforce.com. If we don't remember that URL, just type in Salesforce servers. So the first very top link, we can open this. So here we'll see the Salesforce servers. Salesforce services. So all the servers. As I said, you right, in an apartment of small blocks. So these are called, AP is a apartment. In that apartment, we'll have small box or small servers. Each server is allocated to every organization, each organization, AP43, AP50, etc., etc. So this is about Salesforce servers. And okay, we'll start with this developer organization. So as I said, you right, in order to like in order to explore the Salesforce, in order to like see what happens in the Salesforce, in and outs of the Salesforce, we'll have a free developer edition, or which is a lifetime free developer edition, or we can access all the functionalities whatever we get for paid Salesforce, but with some minimal data. This is we'll use this developer org for our practice, for our whole training purpose. It gives the personal environment, practice, build apps, prepare for certifications. For this, we need to use this URL, and we need to enter the basic details. So whatever we do for creating a Gmail account or whatever it is, we can fill in the basic details, and we can fill in the basic details, and we can choose the edition, and we can verify the mail, and we can create the developer org. I'll paste this link in the developer org. I want you guys to create the developer org tomorrow. Just fill in the basic details and create the org. From tomorrow, we'll directly go into the developer orgs. So I created my developer org here. So in the same way, if you use this URL, you'll land to sign up page. You can fill the details and create the developer org. From tomorrow, we'll explore the org in the real time. It's totally real time. So any questions before we wrap up? Just a 5 minutes, we'll have a Q&A session, and we'll wrap up. Can someone say me various Salesforce environments? This is most important to understand in the real time. Salesforce environments. If you want to do any enhancements, if you want to add some additional enhancements to our application, how we gonna do? Are you guys clear, or like any questions? At least respond.
Firstly, there
Yes,
will
sir.
be a production or
Yeah. Correct. Go ahead.
then
Just
after
we'll have 5 minutes.
yeah, bro, directly we cannot do the real data. Then after we have to come to sandbox testing
Perfect.
environment
Perfect.
like
Sounds
developer,
perfect.
partial, like that
Perfect.
4 types it will be.
Yeah. Mostly we'll
Then
concentrate on
after
developer
testing we can go
sandbox.
to
Perfect.
okay.
That's how it is. Now this is one thing. And here, Salesforce has been divided into these 3 categories. Did you guys got this? And this is also an important thing. So one is software. Salesforce will provide and define the software. And if you want to build some custom applications, we'll use platform. And infrastructure is something like a server. Can anyone explain the Salesforce CRM lifecycle? From where it starts? Let's suppose I build an application. I want to from where it starts and where it ends. If I want to make that application available to general public, from where it starts and from where it ends. Make sense here. Let's suppose I build an insurance application. I want to make it available for general public. So how we gonna do in Salesforce? And where it starts and where it ends?
Then it starts from marketing.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Marketing.
Marketing, then sales.
Hmm.
Then the last
Perfect.
one is service.
Service. That's all. In the
First, we need
marketing,
to do the marketing, online marketing kind of thing.
correct. What all data will
Then
the marketing? Lead.
yeah,
Correct. In the sales account and opportunity. In the service case. Yeah. I think we are. Just remember this releases spring, summer, winter. I think we are good to wrap. Shiva, do you have anything before we wrap up? Nothing from my side. Okay. So, are we good to wrap or do you have any questions? I'll share this PPT. Just have a quick look into it so that you will understand more. And also, I'll post that link, developer or link. Please create account so it will start everything in real time. Thank you.